As a 50-year-old, strangely, one of the things on my mind that sometimes comes up is that what kind of grandparent would I want to be in the future? And my daughters are in college right now, so it's a very exciting time for my wife and I to re-enter that dating honeymoon phase, if you will. And so I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm always a planner, being a business person. So I kept thinking, what can I do right now to prepare myself to one day be an impactful grandparent? I never really had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with my grandfathers because they were in Korea at the time. That's one sort of sad thing that didn't happen in my life. But for me in preparation, I'm thinking, what are the things that I could do to prepare for that? And maybe my girls won't have kids one day, and that's okay too. So if that's the case, then what can I do to prepare myself to enter my 60s, 70s, and 80s even? And I happen to have the privilege of working with a lot of men who are in their 60s and 70s who are really just animals. They are like crushing it. A couple in particular I met recently who are just optimizing their fitness and health. They just want to do everything they can to continue to be independent, mobile, but more importantly, there's something, I'm gonna say some guy pride, if you will, where if you can handle yourself, even at an older age, where you can still lift heavy, respectively for your age, and not have to call a neighbor over if you need help with moving a couch or something. If there's something about that I think is very meaningful for men. And I find the same thing for myself. I don't want to get weaker as I get older. And the guys and gals that I work with, they're the same way. They don't want to get weaker as they get older. They don't want to be frail. They don't want to be the guy on the couch who can't get up because they've been so deconditioned. And my father, who is someone I respect dearly, I love dearly, who's been a role model for me in many different ways. Unfortunately, one of the ways he has inspired me, in spite of him, is that he does not like to exercise. He would rather be on the couch, maybe watching some K-drama or something like that. And when I look at him, this is a guy who came from Korea, $600 in his pocket with my mom, started 4 businesses, and still can't speak English that well. Became a US citizen along with my mom too. But one of the things he did not prioritize, and he is now seeing the consequences of that, is taking care of his health. He's a type 2 diabetic. He's got pretty bad arthritis. And for everyday things, he can get around. But when we go on trips together, it's like walking with a guy stepping in molasses. And I don't want to be that kind of grandparent or husband or father for them. I don't want to be that kind of man when I'm in my 70s and 80s and he's getting close to 80. I think that there's a lot more that can be done to really live a quality life. And I don't want my physical body, my ailments, to be what hinders me from traveling, from doing the things that I want to do with my wife and my kids, my future grandkids one day. So what's the thing that you can work on right now if you're in your 30s and 40s, maybe in your 50s, you're at the same phase in life that I am at? And I'm going to say, and it might be obvious, just taking care of your health. You've heard me on other videos talk about just lifting heavy, working towards that at least, getting your cardio up so that you can run or jog at will, taking care of your injuries, really investing in your health. You've invested so much time in your work, probably if you've been professional for most of your life, and maybe you're about to enter the phase in your life where you finally have some time for yourself. This is the time to invest in that. And that's the men and women that I work with are very successful, very professional people. And they've realized that they let their health go to crap. And they're seeing the consequences of that. And they're having grandkids. And they want to change that right now. And so my advice to you, my recommendation to you as a doctor of physical therapy, as somebody who also lives the fitness lifestyle and wants to be the best version of myself, is start with the small stuff. If you've never worked out before and you're wondering how to get started, it might just be getting into the habit of setting a time in your day to do this. Maybe it's getting up at 7 a.m. instead of at 8 a.m. because you can't. And just going to the gym, going on the treadmill for about 5 minutes, doing 1 set of curls, 1 set of bench press, something really manageable so that you can establish a habit of it. James Clear talks about this a lot in Atomic Habits. Sometimes we get so wrapped up around the goal that we want to get to that it becomes stifling and becomes almost impossible because we don't think we're ever going to get there. But if we chunk it down into little bite-sized things that we can do every day and little by little, I can promise you, and it's not too late, In case you're wondering, it's not too late. I can promise you that you will start seeing benefits over weeks, over months, if you just stick to doing smaller habits and not getting so encumbered by the massive goal that you want to lose 20 pounds or lose 30 pounds or run a marathon, something like that. Let's not get wrapped up in those things. Let's keep that on the side burner. But instead, let's really focus on the little things that we can do on a day-to-day basis. I hope that inspires someone out there who maybe has been thinking that's too late. It ain't too late. And the science says so. The research is very clear that it's never too late to get fit. You can start as late as you like. You can start now. If you're young enough, in your 30s and 40s, get started now. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till your joints start really aching you because you've gone overweight, you're super unfit. These are things that are under your control. And there's a lot that we cannot control. I think we all know that. The things that we can control are very impactful. So I hope that helps get started, helps to get you started on some sort of journey. Again, I would focus on the little things that you can do every day. Don't get, again, encumbered by the massive goal that you want to hit. Let that be something that you work towards, but work on the small habits that you can do day to day that are going to help get you there over time. There's a degree of patience and perseverance that comes along with anything in life. And certainly if you haven't taken care of your health, now is the right time to do that. And it's going to take a while. It's going to take us a lot of commitment over a lot of little commitments over a long period of time that are going to get you to where you need to be. And those will be sustainable changes that you can make and relatively permanent once you establish that foundation of the right habits. Hope that helps. If you've been doing the right things, I hope this reaffirms you that you've been doing the right things and validates the kind of lifestyle that you've chosen, which is to work on your health. But in the comments, share with me if you're a beginner in fitness or if you've had a lot of joint issues and not sure to get started. Share with me kind of your concerns about getting started in health or life fitness. Or if you've been doing the right things, share with me what you've been doing, because I'm always curious to hear about what other people are doing, other men and women who are over 40, what they're doing to keep their health optimized. Take care.